During Abraham Lincoln's presidency, 1861-1865, the White House dining table reflected both American tradition and the hardships of a nation at war. The Civil War placed limits on luxury, yet official dinners still showcased refined, hearty dishes meant to impress foreign diplomats, military leaders, and political allies. White House meals during Lincoln's time balanced elegance with practicality, often relying on seasonal ingredients and classic 19th-century cooking methods. One of the most frequently served foods was roast beef. Beef symbolized abundance and strength, making it a staple at formal dinners. Large joints were slow roasted and served with rich gravies, horseradish or mustard sauces. Another common dish was roast turkey, especially during holiday banquets. Turkey had already become a symbol of American identity, long before Lincoln famously pardoned one. Ham, particularly Virginia-cured ham, appeared often on the White House menu. It was valued for its long shelf life and deep, smoky flavor. Alongside meats, oysters were extremely popular in the 19th century. Oysters were inexpensive at the time and served raw, stewed, or baked in pies and casseroles during receptions. Soups played a central role in formal meals. Turtle soup, considered a luxury, was served at state dinners to impress guests. Mock turtle soup, made from calf's head, was also common when real turtle was unavailable. Chicken soup and beef broth were regular starters, believed to be nourishing and restorative. Vegetables were usually simple but plentiful. Mashed potatoes, boiled carrots, turnips, and parsnips frequently accompanied meat dishes. Sweet potatoes were also popular, often baked or mashed with butter. Cabbage, either boiled or pickled, was another common side, reflecting Irish and German culinary influence. Bread was essential at every meal. Cornbread and wheat rolls were commonly served, along with biscuits. Cornmeal dishes were especially popular, as corn was widely available and affordable. Butter was generously used, often churned fresh. Desserts were modest compared to modern standards, but still indulgent. Apple pie was a favorite, symbolizing American comfort food. Mince pie, filled with spiced meat and fruit, appeared frequently at winter dinners. Puddings, such as bread pudding and rice pudding, were also served, often topped with custard or cream sauce. Despite the pressures of war, Lincoln's White House meals maintained a sense of dignity and tradition. These foods reflected 19th-century American taste, simple, hearty, and rooted in local agriculture while still meeting the expectations of high-profile guests. White House dining during Abraham Lincoln's era followed a structured, formal style inspired by European traditions. Meals were served in multiple courses, each carefully planned by the White House steward and kitchen staff. Although Lincoln himself preferred plain food, state dinners were elaborate affairs meant to project stability during uncertain times. One popular dish was boiled salmon, often served with egg sauce or butter. Salmon was shipped fresh when possible or preserved with ice. Another frequently served item was veal cutlets, breaded and pan-fried, reflecting French culinary influence. Lamb, especially roast lamb with mint sauce, was also featured at spring dinners. Game meats appeared when available. Venison, quail, and wild duck were served to showcase America's natural abundance. These dishes were usually roasted and paired with berry sauces made from currants or cranberries. Pigeon pie and game pies encased in pastry were considered elegant offerings. Oysters continued to dominate menus, especially at large receptions. Oyster patties, creamy oysters baked in pastry shells, were particularly fashionable. Oyster stew, made with milk and butter, was another refined favorite. Fish dishes such as cod and halibut were often boiled or baked with herbs. Vegetable dishes were less ornate, but plentiful. Green peas, asparagus, and beans were served when in season. Beets were commonly pickled, adding color and acidity to the plate. Squash and pumpkin were baked or turned into savory puddings. Salads during this period were simple combinations of lettuce, vinegar, and oil. Coleslaw made from cabbage was common, reflecting German influence. Pickles, cucumbers, onions, and beets were served regularly to balance rich meats. Breads and starches were central to every meal. Rice was often boiled and served plain or turned into croquettes. Macaroni, an early version of what we now call pasta, appeared baked with butter and cheese, a precursor to modern macaroni and cheese. Desserts included sponge cakes, pound cakes, and gingerbread. Fruits such as apples, pears, and grapes were served fresh or preserved. Lemon custard and blancmange were popular molded desserts, admired for their refined appearance. These meals reflected both luxury and restraint. While ingredients were high quality, flavors remained straightforward, offering comfort and familiarity during one of America's most turbulent eras. Abraham Lincoln's presidency coincided with dramatic changes in American society, yet White House dining remained rooted in tradition. Meals were prepared without modern appliances, relying on wood-fired stoves and skilled hands. Despite these limitations, the kitchen produced impressive spreads. Roast chicken was a frequent centerpiece, often stuffed with herbs or breadcrumbs. Chickens were easier to source than large cuts of beef, making them practical during wartime shortages. Pork dishes such as roasted pork loin and pork chops were also popular, often served with applesauce. Soups remained essential. Bean soup, made with navy beans and pork, was nourishing and economical. Vegetable soups thickened with barley or rice were also common. These soups reflected Lincoln's own preference for simple, filling meals. Seafood extended beyond oysters. Clam chowder, influenced by New England cuisine, was sometimes served. Salt cod, preserved and rehydrated, was another reliable option. Fish balls made from cod and potatoes appeared occasionally. Vegetables followed the seasons closely. Onions, carrots, and potatoes were staples year-round. Spinach and greens were boiled and served with vinegar. Corn, both fresh and dried, was used in puddings, breads, and side dishes. Sauces were rich, but not overly complex. Gravy made from meat drippings was essential. White sauces based on milk and butter accompanied fish and vegetables. Mustard and vinegar were common condiments. Desserts emphasized comfort. Baked apples with spices were frequently served. Molasses cake and cornmeal pudding reflected early American baking traditions. Ice cream existed, but was rare, reserved for special occasions due to storage challenges. Beverages included coffee, tea, and milk. Alcoholic drinks such as wine and sherry were served at formal dinners, though Lincoln himself drank very little. Punch made from fruit and spirits was common at receptions. These foods tell a story of resilience. Even as the nation faced division, the White House table continued to represent unity, hospitality, and American identity. Formal White House dinners during Lincoln's administration could last several hours and included multiple courses. The presentation of food was just as important as taste, with dishes arranged to impress visiting dignitaries. One elegant dish was beef la mode, beef slowly braised with vegetables and spices. This dish showcased European technique while using American ingredients. Another refined option was fricasseed chicken, cooked gently in a creamy sauce. Pastries played a growing role. Meat pies filled with beef, chicken, or oysters were common. These pies were practical, as they could be prepared in advance and served hot. Savory puddings made with suet and flour were also popular. Vegetable preparations remained straightforward. Mashed turnips and carrots were common alternatives to potatoes. Beans were often cooked with salt pork for flavor. Pickled vegetables added contrast to heavy meals. Fruit preserves were essential, especially during winter. Jams made from berries and apples were served with bread and desserts. Dried fruits such as raisins and currants were widely used in baking. Desserts grew more decorative at state events. Layer cakes filled with jam or custard appeared at celebrations. Fruit tarts and custard pies demonstrated the skill of White House bakers. Despite the formality, Lincoln's own tastes leaned toward simplicity. He preferred apples, bread, and milk, often skipping elaborate dishes. This contrast between personal habit and public expectation defined White House dining. The foods served were not just meals, they were symbols. Each dinner reinforced America's cultural continuity during a time of upheaval, using familiar flavors to provide reassurance. The White House kitchen during Abraham Lincoln's presidency was a place of tradition, adaptation, and quiet endurance. While the nation fought a civil war, meals continued to follow established customs, offering a sense of normalcy. Breakfasts were usually simple: eggs, bread, butter, and fruit. Lunches were light, while dinner was the main event. Formal dinners featured several meat options, vegetables, and desserts. One notable dish was pot roast, slow-cooked to tenderness. This economical yet flavorful dish suited wartime conditions. Stewed vegetables often accompanied it. Another common offering was baked fish, seasoned lightly with herbs. Rice dishes grew more popular, influenced by international cuisine. Rice pudding was a favorite dessert, sweetened with sugar and spices. Custards and creams were also popular for their smooth texture. Cheese, though not as central as today, was served occasionally. Cheddar-style cheeses were sliced and presented at the end of meals. Crackers and breadsticks accompanied them. Seasonal fruits such as peaches and berries were celebrated when available. Fruit compotes were served warm during colder months. These simple desserts highlighted natural flavors. The legacy of Lincoln-era White House food lies in its balance. It combined elegance with restraint, luxury with practicality. These meals reflected American resilience, hospitality, and tradition values that endured long after Lincoln's presidency ended.